Welcome back, time. It is time for a Rabe review. All right, up first, guess what, guys? The Chrisleys are back, whether you like it or not. The Chrisleys Back to Reality is coming Monday to Lifetime Network. Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted of tax evasion and conspiracy to defraud community banks in 2022 and sentenced to a combined 19 years in prison. Now, they were pardoned and they got released from prison, and guess what? They're coming back to reality TV. Now, this follows their release from prison and acclimating back into their life with their family. And of course, the cameras were already there shooting as soon as they got released. Take a look at the trailer.
I don't think people really understood how big Chrisley Knows Best was.
The Chrisleys have made top charts this week.
Nominated for Critics' Choice Award.
They're simply the most beloved family in America.
Obviously, at that age, we're like, wait, we get to be on TV? This is so cool.
My dad's this insane human.
Where did you come from, son? You look more like you're a city cosmopolitan kind of guy.
Girl, how you doing, girl?
I think it definitely made good TV. We were filming one thing that was just happy life. Cameras go down, and like we're also fighting a Fed case.
I have nothing to hide.
We can tell this story today, and then we can be done with this part of our life.
I'm looking at this as me exposing the truth. And depending on how long this interview goes, you might see more than what you bargained for.
So there are 8 episodes. Now, I will say I did watch the former show, the Chrisley Knows Best. I did love the earlier seasons. I do feel it got overproduced and they were stretching for storylines because I felt like they're celebrities now, so they were just doing things for the camera. But at least they have storylines now because this is real life, talking how they got out of prison, like how they're acclimating with their family again. I mean, there's going to be drama involved. They already have it with other members of their family who they've disowned, basically. So here's what's going to happen. There's a 2-night premiere with 2 episodes premiering on Monday and then another 2 episodes dropping on Tuesday night for that 4-episode, 2-night premiere on Lifetime. So if you watched the Chrisleys before and you want to know more about their story, and again, I've always said from the beginning they're innocent. I don't know. I'm holding off judgment until I watch the show to see what I'm going to make my own decisions. But just that's the FYI for you if you want to watch the Chrisleys Back to Reality next Monday and Tuesday on Lifetime. Up next, you know how I love The Wizard of Oz. You know how I collect everything Wizard of Oz. I have it in my movie room. There's a new documentary on Hulu about how the ruby red slippers were stolen from the Judy Garland Museum. Okay, this case has twists, it has turns, and it even has some fumbles by the police department. Will they get the iconic shoes back? That is the question. Take a look.
The ruby slippers are definitely the most famous shoes in the world.
That is the Rolls Royce.
You say you have the ruby slippers, and everybody you meet is going to want to see the damn shoes.
When the shoes were stolen.
I couldn't believe it. One of the biggest heists of all time.
What would the shoes be worth today?
A lot.
The Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids suffered a major loss.
The people that broke in knew exactly what they wanted because it was the only thing stolen.
One sequin was found at the scene. There were no fingerprints. It was kind of the perfect crime.
Why?
Judy Garland put the red ruby slippers on the map a long time ago.
France has the Mona Lisa. We have Judy Garland and the Wizard of Oz.
We like solving crimes, and this one is exciting.
Okay, it's a 3-part docuseries on the Ruby Red Slippers. I am hoping and praying I get to go to Vegas to see the Wizard of Oz on the Sphere. I've been to the Sphere a couple years ago to see their nature show. I would love to see the Wizard of Oz in the Sphere. It looks amazing. So you can check out all 3 episodes on Hulu. Okay, up next, I told you a few weeks ago that music shows are having a moment, right? Okay, there's yet another new music show. It's called KPopped, and it stars a lot of K-pop bands mixed with Western stars. So the stars on the show are insane. Megan Thee Stallion, Psy, who did Gangnam Style, Patti LaBelle, the Spice Girls, Mel B and Emma, Vanilla Ice, Taylor Dayne, Kesha, Kylie Minogue, and I could go on and on. It is a very bizarre show that mixes K-pop with Western music. I'm here for it. It's crazy. Take a look.
This has never been done before.
This is some history that we're making.
You ready?
I'm ready.
K-pop, my baby.
Iconic artists you all love.
Spice Girls, 대선배님.
Will combine forces with the hottest K-pop group to create performances like you've never seen.
And it's all going down in Seoul, Korea.
Get ready for an epic song battle.
We'll see who brings it.
I know.
We're gonna win.
Nah.
You blew my mind.
어필하지 마. 무대 끝났잖아.
What's happening? What's up? What's happening? What's up? What's happening?
KPopped drops on Apple TV Plus this Friday, August 29th. Okay, I do want to move on because football season is officially upon us. And if you think of football in the 90s, you think of the Dallas Cowboys. So a new sports documentary dropped on Netflix about the Dallas Cowboys and its owner, Jerry Jones, who's very notorious in Dallas, where I grew up. It covers his purchase of the Cowboys in '89 and their rise to greatness in the 1990s. If you love sports, you love nostalgia, you're going to like this. Take a look.
You couldn't talk about any Super Bowl in the 90s without talking about the Dallas Cowboys. That was our time. Let's show the world who we are. The legacy of the Cowboys.
America's team.
Is either love or it ain't.
The Dallas Cowboys. There's a soap opera 365 days a year. When I bought the team, I had a vision of what the game could be.
What a read by Evan Smith.
Michael Irvin. They were loaded everywhere. That's why we say by land or by air. You couldn't stop it. We just never let up.
We just had that swagger.
We were as popular as you could get. And that's a beautiful thing.
The only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
We did it our way, baby.
3 rings.
As somebody who grew up in Dallas, I used to wear Dallas Cowboy t-shirts to school. That's how big they were. And Jerry Jones lives right down the street from where my mom works. So every time we go to my mom's work, we have to drive by his mansion. And it has a mansion, but it gives you all the 90s feel. So check that out on Netflix. Now, just a couple quick items of TV news. Okay, you ready for this? The Paper, which is kind of like a spinoff of The Office. It was announced this week that guess what? They're not going to do episodes weekly. They're going to drop all of the episodes, all 10 episodes, on September 4th. I'll cover that next week, but I don't know what that means, if it's good or bad. If it's a bad show, they're just going to release it all, or if they were going to do these weekly drops, I don't know. Also, True Detective, guess what, guys? Nicolas Cage might be in the new season of True Detective. You know, that's a huge critically acclaimed show. And then our favorite senior citizen, A Man on the Inside, Ted Danson, coming back in November for A Man on the Inside Season 2. I loved Season 1. Go binge it if you have time. It's amazing. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. There's so much more fun coming up in the last 30 minutes of Unscripted right after this.